Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. For those who are new, my name is Milou. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. And I want to say before I start going, because as you know how I am, I want to thank Linda and Cappy's mom for your help. If whether you are here or not, thank you very much. Whenever you can help me, I appreciate it. The first thing I feel like saying, someone asked me yesterday whether the governor, Whitman, no, not Whitman, Whitman is from New Jersey. I'm sorry, I'm confusing her name with someone else, but you know who I'm talking about, the Michigan's governor. Whether I felt she was going to be okay. Yes, and I have said that before, that those guys from those militias, they are basically, they have been providing information to the FBI and among other security services. They simply did not realize it. And yesterday, sure enough, they got a visit from the authorities because they were plotting to kidnap and possibly kill Michigan's governor. You know, I've said that many times. These people are not, obviously, something is missing, and they are not very bright, and they think they are smarter than everyone else. And also, with their dear leader in the White House, is not helping either. And I don't want to go into detail about this, but any hate group or any group who's anti-government or anti-whatever, and they think they're going to start a war or do anything. Somebody asked, Susan Cousin is asking, did Trump or Barr hire the militia? They might as well have, because they are looking up to those two guys, among others, to get their marching orders. And that's why those guys basically attempted. They are dumb enough to listen. They attempted to kidnap the governor. But intuitively, I feel all those organizations, the FBI knows so much about them, and mostly this past year, if not more, they have opened up basically, thinking they were getting a go-ahead from Trump. And you know what? I'm going to say this, the GOP, because of the way McConnell and company have been behaving. And basically they never said anything against whatever Trump decides to say. So those guys were expecting, you know something else? Somebody made a comment this morning and it's resonating. It seems like only Democrats find it appalling that those terrorists, our own terrorists, were going to try to kidnap the governor. Not very much from the GOP. So I'm right. They're not saying anything. And some of them, like from what I heard a little while ago, and I'm not surprised, the majority leader in Michigan was basically supporting those guys. And he, from what I heard in the news this morning, he went out and spoke to them last time they decided to occupy the House in Michigan. So, yeah, they didn't get the marching orders from Trump and Barr, but they know there is implicitly saying, yes, go cause chaos. And Trump has failed as well. Because first, when he basically tear-gassed those peaceful protesters across the White House, he was hoping to get the military involved in order for him to suppress us. That's what he was trying to do, but that didn't work out too well. He tried to create his own makuts, meaning those HHS and wherever border patrol people he decided to put in that city. That backfired as well. So everything so far he has touched to create chaos and fear among the population has failed. So now he's definitely on desperate mode. That's why yesterday he's calling on Barr and saying, something else. Well, let me finish. I've got two thoughts on my mind. I'm sorry. I'm seeing things flipping in front of me. I'm sorry. He basically doesn't know which way to go because so far he has been failing. And yesterday he called Barr basically a loser. And guess what? That got Barr pretty pissed off. Trump doesn't know, but as I was listening to that on TV, okay, Barr was not very happy. And that Dunham, whatever his name is, that Attorney General from Connecticut or somewhere in that area, who's investigating the Russian counterintelligence, whatever he's doing, that's going to fail. He may pursue some people, and those people are not going to get convicted. If anything, Barr and that guy, if Dunham, if he's not careful, that can blow up on his face, meaning for abusing his office. I don't know how that works, but I'm putting it this way. That's the best way I know how to put it. Since I'm not a lawyer, I know nothing about legalities and stuff like that, but he may suffer some blowback. And Barr definitely is going to get in trouble. Let me say something else. As I'm talking about Barr, this guy is very disappointed. COVID basically threw a monkey wrench into his plans. And it's not only Barr, the Republican Party as well, I feel intuitively. There is a lot of disappointment because all their plans are basically disintegrated in front of them. They were really going to go and try to disrupt the election and all that stuff. Yeah, they can still do it if they want to, but it's not going to have the same effect if Trump did not contract COVID. And now who are they going to put? Pence? Yes, and as I'm saying this, I'm being shown 25. The thing is, I have predicted before, something was going on behind the scenes with the 25th Amendment. Okay? I feel it's still going on, and this morning, according to Leader Pelosi, they passed a bill that described, I'm simply going to put it in a nutshell, but I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, know how this works better than I. But all the steps that must be taking place for a peaceful transfer of power. And I feel it's a way she's saying it's not against Trump. Yeah, but it's a way to safeguard a peaceful transfer of power and what to do if Trump refuses to leave the White House. I feel he will. And I wouldn't be surprised if Trump goes before November. And you know something? Pence that came back last night, he was supposed to go to Indiana to vote yesterday, and suddenly there was a change of plan. What I kept getting as I was listening to that bit of information, bit of news, there is a conversation that's taking place behind the scene as well. Somebody posted a comment, I don't know if it's on my board or I'm confused whether I read it on my comment board or if it's on Twitter. But I feel like saying, if you think Pence won't betray Trump, you are mistaken. And like I have predicted before, Republicans will turn on Trump. They are turning on him right now. And if you are listening to McConnell, it has already begun. He is complaining about the White House being contaminated. Well, it's a hotspot basically for COVID. And he said he hasn't been to the White House since August because he's worried about contracting the disease. I feel like saying, somebody's asking about where the comment board is. Hang on a second. Martin SME 0813. When we are done, Martin, if you click on the video after you watch it, or even before you watch it, if you don't want to watch it anymore, below it, you're going to see a comment section right below the video. So you just click. In fact, the minute you go there, there's going to be a comment line, and you're going to be, you can post your comments there, right? And then hit send or return or something like that, and it will go. It will appear on the page. And but I feel like saying McConnell as well, and the other enablers, Trump enablers, and the Senate, who had plans on how to go about causing chaos, because all of them are in this together. Unfortunately for them, Trump got sick. And now Trump is freaking out because the October surprise is not going to work. The Senate is basically on the fence. They don't know which way to go, but they have no choice. They're going to turn their back on Trump. They're going to let Trump what's the right term again? Twist and the wind. So, and Trump is, you know what? It's not really Trump that's beginning to get it, because his kids don't visit him physically. They call him. They're beginning to let Trump know, or they have let him know, that Mitch is no longer, according to the way Mitch is talking about, the way Mitch is talking, it seems like Mitch is turning, and it's not only Mitch, it's it's a lot of other senators. So they are not feeling very good. And also there is a general, his name is Boyd. I don't remember his first name. He's some kind of famous Air Force general or former Air Force general who endorsed Biden. It seems like I don't know him very well, but it seems like he's a very influential figure in the military. All these people turning on Trump. And you know something else that I feel? I mean, you have the hardcore Trumpists. They're not going to change regardless. But like I believe I said yesterday, around those people, those who are thinking, okay, if I were to vote for this guy, who are leaning on voting for Trump, and they are watching all these people supporting Biden, regardless of what they believe in, they're going to start saying, you know what? Those people know better than I. Why is it that they are supporting Biden? So that's the question I feel. A lot of Trump supporters, people who has been basically leaning to voting for Trump, will either vote Biden or they won't go out to vote, because every single person, a high caliber or former general or former, high-ranking Republicans, every single one of them that come out and support Biden is creating major trouble or creating doubts in the mind of people who are leaning towards voting for Trump, intuitively, I feel. Okay? So, and like I have said last year, I predicted the voting line would be tremendous. I made that prediction over a year ago. And although we are, from what I understand, over 7 million people or have already voted, the lines to vote on November 3rd will still be long. And I'm hoping some judges are basically swatting people like the guy in Texas, the Texas governor, who decided every county will only have one voting box, drop box. I feel the courts are going to overthrow that in Texas as well, because one just did in a different place. I don't recall which state that was, because I'm saying everything right off the top of my head as I see pictures and thoughts are coming to mind. But I feel like saying the lines are still going to be long, and we're going to have a lot more people voting by mail, whatever they call it. And Barr and his people at DOJ, from what I understand, they change or they make it easier to prosecute or get involved into the voting system. A lot of people right now at DOJ are very concerned because they know Trump is on his way out. They won't do Barr's bidding for him, even if they wanted to go out and prosecute anybody, or if they do, it's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to press too hard. And right now, it feels like, to me, Barr feels deflated because he was hoping the shenanigans that he's doing behind the scenes is not going to help, because Trump will not be able to, the probability of Trump getting back to the way he was before is slim. Barr knows that, and intuitively I feel it, but that's what's scaring Barr right now. And his plans, whatever he was doing behind the scenes, basically he's been doing them for nothing. And he's beginning to, it's not only Barr, a lot of people in the Trump's cabinet are beginning to reevaluate some of the clandestine activities they were undertaken behind the scenes. So this is basically, something else I'm being shown. It was in the newspapers this morning, or somebody, major Republican operative was talking to somebody in the newspapers. He said the White House and the people from the Trump campaign and Republicans in general, and that's what's scaring them, and they want to jump ship, is because everything is crumbling. Their poll numbers are down in the dumpsters. So there is major panic, and I've said that before. Behind the scenes, Republicans are beginning to make other plans, what they are going to do after Trump leaves the White House, and they're going to be in the minority in the Senate, what they are going to do. That, according to that Republican operative, that's the status behind the scene of all these people, but we are not surprised. Trump is going to continue to dissemble himself in front of us. Yes, something is going to be done. It may happen before the election, because his rhetorics are going to continue to be dangerous, and a lot of people a lot more Republicans will become more daring, and they will start speaking out. That's what I feel, intuitively. And I feel McConnell, given the way he has been speaking the past couple of days, does not bode well for Trump. Okay. Margaret Tucker is saying, did you hear Trump wants Biden, Harris, and others who are against him be arrested, including President Obama? Yes, I heard that. I don't think that, well, that's why I was saying basically he's dissembling in front of our eyes. He's asking for all these people to be arrested. You know, Trump is delusional. He's used to cheating at everything he does. So he was hoping, in order for him to win the election, to find things. That's why they had that guy, Barr gave that guy the task of investigating the Russian counterintelligence thing, that activity that what was going on. They were hoping to find any dirt, any little thing, to do something, even if they knew they wouldn't be able to convict Obama, Hillary, Biden, and other people from the Obama administration. But they would do it just to drag them down, that including Biden. Unfortunately for them, that lady who quit a couple of weeks ago did not help that situation. And Trump contracting COVID, and now Republicans are very, very afraid. And it's not because of anything else. It's because people have realized what they are doing behind the scenes. Is that it has become too obvious, so they don't want to. They are very concerned right now about continuing in the same fashion they were before. So everything is for them. Nothing is going to work, regardless of what they do. So they are a bit discouraged, and they're beginning to realize, or have realized, the best thing they can do at this point, since Durham is not going to come through for them, is give up the ship, leave Trump by himself, hanging out at sea. That's what I feel is coming, and they've realized it. And like I predicted a long time ago, that's what's going to happen. And I still feel I don't see any changes coming in that sense. So I feel it's good for us. And no one is going to get arrested, Margaret Tucker. Trump drunk on COVID. No, I'm sorry. Well, COVID too. On what's the name of that drug again? That people take, in steroid. How do they give you that stuff? Is it a shot or a pill? Please, somebody post that. I don't know how they take it. Or is there a pill form and a form that they give you a shot? I'm just curious. Tambellini is asking, Milo, who's speaking behind your back? I don't know. I don't see anybody. Susan Cruzen is asking, what is Pelosi doing with Article 25? Oh, thank you, Linda. It's an injection. I didn't know that. Susan Cruzen, I feel Trump is setting Trump up. Nancy Pelosi is setting Trump up. That's what she's doing. And I've always said that, as I'm saying this, remember, everyone, I have always said Nancy Pelosi has a gift for Trump. And that's what's happened. That's what we are watching right now. She is setting him up. And you know something? Oh, thank you, Maureen Houch. It's both, guys. Pill form and an injection. Wow, that's interesting. But yes, I feel like saying she has laid out a roadmap. If Trump was to try anything, they would get rid of him quickly. Chef is asking, Milo, did you discuss the stimulus? No, I didn't. I feel they'll make a deal, because McConnell that's one thing I wanted to say. You know that 25th Amendment thing that Pelosi is working on? I feel behind the scenes, it's not only Democrats who are thinking about this. Republican leadership are considering the same thing as well. This is not something that only because Nancy Pelosi wants to do it. A lot of people, like I said last week or a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember exactly, a lot of people are talking about it behind the scenes. So it's not something that just Nancy Pelosi is just throwing out there. There is more to it than this. Temberlini, okay, says Milo, will Trump be arrested January month end? I don't know exactly when he's going to be arrested, but New York State, I don't know if it's January, but next year sometimes, you may not see him in handcuffs, okay? But I feel if he's still around, I have to throw that in there because a few people who have contracted this disease, COVID, in the White House, we will lose a few of them. And if care is not taken, Trump may be one of them. I'm just going to put it out that way, okay? I don't like to predict, or you know what, it's difficult to predict when people are going to pass. But there are going to be some sadness at that house. Well, on the part of people who work there, who have known people, yeah. Okay. Let me answer some questions. Let me see. Misty Enders is saying, I hear there are 34 people. Yeah, 34 people contracted the disease. Absolutely. And guess what? There will be more. Chef, I answered your question. Yes, they are working on the stimulus package. They're still working on it. Okay, they're going to do it. I simply don't know exactly when. But I would be surprised if they don't get it done before the election. Thank you, Mimo H, for the generosity and the super chat. I really appreciate it. Mimo said, Milu, thank God you are here to help us through this tumultuous time and our nation. God bless you. Many blessings to you as well, Mimo. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the super chat. Okay. You know, I didn't even go there, Miss Steve, because I feel he was dreaming. Miss Steve, I'm sorry, I'm not saying Miss Steve. Steve is saying, will Trump have his rally? Another super spreader event. You know, I don't feel Trump is serious. Just like when COVID just came out, he was planning to hold some rallies, and not too many people showed up. Now, how is that going to happen now? They know he came down with it, and the way everyone is blaming him, or at least saying to him, you are sick, that you are potentially still infectious, and you're going to put at risk all those people from the Secret Service, the military, or the staff members who have not contracted the disease, and all those things. He's getting blamed all around, and he's getting pushback from all around. So that's what is going to prevent him from holding rallies. But otherwise, yes, he would. And people, I don't feel that many. Well, maybe he probably have 10 people in the audience, but they would be like 1,000 feet away from him. So let me put it to you this way. As I'm saying this, I'm hearing failure. Okay, anything and everything Trump touches till November or for the balance of the year will fail. So he can hold. You know what? For some reason, I'm talking about this. The rallies, I'm not getting it. That's possibly why I didn't bring it up. It had no meaning. Which means, I mean, it's not on my mind. It means that it won't have any effect. It won't help him. And Harley's mom, or how did Eric do at his hearing? Not heard any word about that. I don't know if that thing took place, but I can confuse time. Let me put it to you this way. Eric is not going to, I'll tell you intuitively what I feel. I don't know if it took place already. Intuitively, I feel Eric is not going to be able to help himself. He's going to stick his foot in his mouth. No, it's not going to go well for him. And he's going to dig the hole deeper, because if he lies, straight shot to jail. So, which they do, it's second nature to these people. So, whether he did it already, it did not go well. That's my intuitive impression of this whole thing. Okay. I am looking for the next question. Okay. Colin Brown says, I used to want him in prison, but now I don't think he's worth all the money to get him there. Oh, I want to see him there. You know what? I no mercy here. The world is better without him. I see COVID taking him down in a few weeks. That's very possibly correct with that statement. Pamela Bodley is asking, are Trump's so-called doctors lying to us about his condition? Absolutely. And, all those guys, from what I understand, at Walter Reed are in the military. He's the commander, okay? So if he asks them to do something, they'll do it, according to the news. I don't understand it. I'm simply repeating. And yes, they are the only intuitively I feel I can tell you this with certainty, they are lying. And also, he demanded. Remember the last time he went to Walter Reed and we never found out why? He demanded that the doctors who were going to help him sign an NDA. So, that's why I guess a lot of them are afraid to talk, but guess what? It's all going to come out. Once Trump leaves office, he's going to have so many lawsuits against him, and he's going to be that whole family, they're going to be dragged to the dead, basically, and be shown for who they are and what they are and everything they've done behind the scenes. They don't have a chance. Thank you very much, Mars J, for your generosity and the super chat. I really appreciate it. Oh, I have a question for all of you. I can sell merchandise now. Let me know what you would like me to post for sale. I have a few ideas, but I'm simply doing a little marketing research. If you guys can give me an idea, because everyone sells sweaters. I know the logos are different and stuff like that. I'm trying to come up with some nice logos as well. But let me know if you have what you would like me to see, what you would mind purchase from me if I were to create a merchandise line. Okay. Misty Ender is asking, does anyone know how long you can safely take steroid like what Trump is on? I have no idea, but I repeated it because I'm sure some people on here, there are some very bright people on here watching or in the chat. They'll tell you. So I repeated it so that people can hear, they can answer your question. Okay, Misty? Okay. Joel Tilson says Trump's doctors refused to sign NDA. Yes, a few of them refused to sign, but the others did. That's what I heard. I'm repeating. It's sort of an intuitive impression. Okay. I'm looking for the next question. Rita Moon is saying, will the Trump doctors get into trouble for not alerting the public? I don't know if they're going to get into trouble, because we all know. No, we don't like the fact that they're lying to us, but we understand. A lot of people are going to understand the situation that they are in. They'll probably get a pass. I don't see anything happening to those doctors. A lot of them are vets and stuff, and there's a chain of command. Trump will get all the blame, and to live, that's what I feel. And Trump family. I've been putting those two together for a long time because it's not only him. Okay, friends, this is all I have for today. Thank you very much for your support and for spending time with me. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com. Or you can send me an email. We can talk when we can, negotiate when is a good time for you at psychicmilo@aol.com. Again, thank you, everyone. Tomorrow is Saturday, 6 o'clock. I'll be here. Till then, bye.